Welcome to Sleepy Science. Tonight, I want to take you into the quiet world above your world. The place where stars live their slow lives in the dark. The place where nothing rushes, nothing pushes, and nothing asks anything from you. You came here for the most relaxing facts about stars, and that is exactly what you will get. Stars that drift, stars that pulse, stars that carry light older than every story ever told. Stars that were burning long before Earth even existed. Most people look at them and see tiny dots. But tonight you will hear what they truly are. You will feel how gentle they can be, and you might realize why watching stars is one of the calmest things a human can do. So breathe slowly, let your body sink a little deeper. And if you enjoy this quiet space, feel free to subscribe to Sleepy Science so I can help you rest again. When we look up at the night sky, it is easy to see stars as tiny lights that have always been there. They feel steady, peaceful, and unchanging. But every star has a beginning, and that beginning is one of the quietest events in the universe. It happens far away from our eyes, inside huge clouds of gas and dust that float through space. These clouds look dark and empty from a distance, but they hide something truly amazing. They hold the first signs of a young star's life, waiting silently in the cold. Inside these giant clouds, the temperature is so low that light can hardly pass through. Everything seems frozen in time. But even in this stillness, something gentle is happening. Gravity, the force that pulls things together, is slowly shaping the future. It works quietly, with no sound and no rush. Gravity begins to pull tiny pieces of gas toward each other, bringing them closer and closer. Nothing dramatic at first, just a slow, patient pull that continues for many years. As the gas gathers, it forms a small, dense center. This is the early stage of a star, a soft beginning buried deep inside the cloud. You can imagine it as a faint heartbeat inside complete darkness, something so young that it hasn't even begun to shine. Scientists call this stage a protostar, but it is not a star yet. It is more like a warm seed, developing in a hidden place, protected by layers of dust that cover it from all sides. The most interesting part is how incredibly gentle this process is. There are no bright flashes or loud moments. There is only quiet movement, like nature taking slow breaths over millions of years. This calm pace is what makes star formation so peaceful. Nothing is rushed. Every small step builds toward something greater. As the growing center collects more gas, the pressure inside begins to rise. Imagine squeezing your hands together. The space gets tighter and warmer. The same thing happens inside the forming star. The more material gravity pulls inward, the hotter the core becomes. At first, the heat is tiny, barely anything compared to the warmth of a real star. But slowly, it grows. This warmth spreads through the dark cloud, giving the protostar its first soft glow. It is a special moment, even though no one is there to see it. A little light appears inside a place that was once completely cold and silent. This glow isn't strong enough to escape the thick cloud yet. It stays hidden, like a candle locked in a foggy room. But inside, the young star is beginning to wake up. Space is full of these quiet beginnings. Many of the beautiful stars we see today in the sky were once tiny, hidden lights just like this. They started in silence, in places so cold that their first warmth felt like the smallest spark. And what makes this story even more peaceful is how long it takes. The birth of a star is not quick. It can last millions of years, changing slowly, step by step. Every moment is gentle, giving the new star time to grow without hurry. If you could float inside one of these cold clouds, everything around you would feel almost motionless. There would be no wind, no sound, just darkness stretching in every direction. But even in that quiet, the slow pull of gravity is always working. It never stops, and it never pushes suddenly. It only attracts, steadily and calmly, guiding the gas toward the center. This is the secret rhythm of the universe, soft, patient, and deeply peaceful. As the protostar grows, the surrounding cloud begins to change shape. Streams of gas start moving toward the center, forming gentle spirals that look like slow-moving currents in water. These currents help feed the young star, giving it more material to grow hotter and brighter. You might imagine these streams like soft ribbons floating toward a warm point in the darkness. They twist and turn so slowly that it would take thousands of years just to see a small change. The moment the young star becomes hot enough for nuclear reactions to begin is one of the most important steps. But even this happens quietly. There is no explosion. Instead, the core becomes so warm and pressurized that hydrogen atoms begin to join together. This process creates energy, and that energy becomes light. It is the first true shine of the new star, the moment when it finally steps out of its hidden beginning. Still, the surrounding cloud does not let that light escape easily. The dust continues to cover the young star, making it look like a glowing ember buried inside deep fog. But over time, the energy becomes stronger. The young star pushes gently against the cloud, warming it and slowly clearing the space around it. Bit by bit, light begins to travel through the darkness, reaching farther than before. This is when the new star starts to take shape in the open space of the universe. What makes this process so calming is how natural it feels. Stars are not forced into existence. They grow the way seeds grow into trees, quietly, steadily, and guided by simple forces that never hurry. This peaceful beginning is part of what makes the universe feel so balanced. Even the brightest stars start from silence. When the cloud finally clears, the young star stands alone for the first time. It shines gently, not too bright yet, but strong enough to be seen from far away. The glow that was once hidden has finally reached open space. But this is still only the beginning of its long life. Stars can live for billions of years, and their birth is only one small part of their story. Thinking about this slow beginning brings a sense of calm, because it reminds us that growth does not need to be fast to be meaningful. Even the most powerful objects in the sky start from something soft, cold, and quiet. Their journey begins in a way that feels almost like a whisper, with gentle steps that build strength over time. The universe is full of these small, silent miracles happening in places we can't see. A star forming in a dark cloud is one of the most peaceful events of all, and knowing this adds a soft warmth to the way we look at the night sky. Every point of light up there was once a hidden glow, slowly gathering strength inside a cold cloud. Each one carries the memory of its quiet beginning, a reminder of how beauty often starts in silence. If you ever feel overwhelmed or rushed, the story of how stars begin can offer a moment of ease. It shows that even the brightest lights take time to form. They begin with gentle steps, steady progress, and a warmth that grows slowly. And maybe, in a quiet way, that idea helps create a little calm inside you too. After a young star forms deep inside a cold cloud, something gentle and beautiful begins to happen. The soft warmth inside the star grows stronger, and the center becomes hot enough for a new kind of energy to start. This is the moment when hydrogen, the simplest and most common element in the universe, begins to fuse together. It is not loud or sudden. It is calm, steady, and amazingly smooth. This fusion is what gives a star its light, the soft glow that spreads through the darkness like a warm breath. As the fusion becomes stable, the star finds its balance. Inside, the pressure pushes outward. Outside, gravity pulls inward. These two forces meet quietly in the middle, and the star settles into a calm, steady shine. This balance can last for billions of years, and it is one of the most peaceful states in the universe. Nothing is rushed, nothing is forced. The star simply glows because it has found the perfect center where everything feels just right. The first light that escapes is gentle. It spreads slowly through the nebula around it, lighting up the gas and dust like soft colors painted across the sky. If you could float nearby, you would see faint pinks, blues, and purples shining in the distance, glowing softly from the new stars. The light is not sharp or bright at first. It moves outward like fog lifting at dawn. Every moment is slow, quiet, and soothing. One of the most beautiful parts of this story is that stars are almost never born alone. The same cloud that forms one star often forms many more. These young stars grow together, close to each other, like members of one big family. They start their lives side by side, shining softly into the same shared space. Some are small, some are large, and some are still forming, but all of them share the same beginning, the same cloud, the same early glow. Imagine a group of tiny lights, each one new, each one peaceful, shining together in a calm corner of space. These clusters can have dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of stars. They look like glowing villages in the sky, connected by the same gentle light. There is something comforting about the idea that stars begin their lives together. Even the sun, the star that warms our world, was once part of a group like this. Long ago, it shone beside many sibling stars before slowly moving on its own path. Knowing this adds a soft feeling of connection, as if every star in the night sky has its own family history. In these young clusters, the light from each star touches the others. Their gentle glow mixes together inside the nebula, creating a calm, colorful sea of light. The gas around them becomes warm enough to glow too, making the whole area look like a soft lantern floating in space. The stars do not shine to be seen. They shine because it is what they were made to do, quietly, steadily, and peacefully. As these stars continue to shine, they grow more stable. Their light becomes clearer, and their shapes become sharper. But even as they grow stronger, the calm feeling remains. There is no rushing in space. Everything happens in its own time, in its own gentle way. And that slow rhythm is what makes the life of a star feel so peaceful. Inside the cluster, some stars may be bright and large. These stars give off strong light that reaches far across the nebula. Others are small and soft, glowing like tiny sparks. But every star, no matter its size, adds to the beauty of the group. Together, they create a sky full of new beginnings, all shining at once. The nebula around them begins to thin as the new stars warm it from the inside. This allows more light to escape into open space. Little by little, the stars become easier to see. Their gentle light now reaches places far away, like a calm message traveling across the universe. The idea of young stars shining together in a cluster feels peaceful because it reminds us of togetherness. Just like people who grow up with family and friends, stars begin their lives in company. They share the same early days, the same quiet surroundings, the same first glow. There is something comforting about imagining entire groups of stars slowly lighting up the same sky. Over time, the cluster becomes more open. The stars keep glowing softly, sending out steady light from deep within. Some stars slowly move a little farther from the center. Some stay close, but all of them continue their slow journey through space with the same calm energy. What keeps the scene peaceful is how smooth everything is. There are no sharp changes, no sudden moments. Just steady light, easy movement, and the gentle spread of warmth through the nebula. Every star is like a tiny lantern that takes a long, slow breath and releases it as a soft glow. Inside the cluster, the space between stars is huge, but the stars still feel connected. They all come from the same place, made from the same cloud, born under the same peaceful conditions. Their early light fills the nebula like a warm blanket, making the whole region look alive with calm energy. As you picture this, you may notice how calming it feels. The universe can be huge and wild, but the birth of stars and their first light are some of the most peaceful things that ever happen. They show that even in the darkest places, gentle beginnings are always possible. What makes these young clusters even more interesting is that they hold many kinds of stars. Some will live long, steady lives. Others will shine bright and fade faster. But right now, in these early moments, all that exists is peace. The stars glow quietly, sharing their soft light with one another. The nebula glows with them, creating colors that slowly flow together like gentle waves. When you imagine this scene, thousands of new stars glowing softly inside colorful clouds, it brings a feeling of quiet wonder. Not the loud kind of wonder that surprises you, but the soft kind that makes you breathe a little slower. The kind that helps you relax, like the universe is whispering a calm story made of light. As the stars continue to shine, they slowly create their own paths. They move smoothly through space, guided by gentle forces. But no matter how far they go, they always carry their first light, the same soft glow that warmed the nebula when they were young. The idea that stars begin their lives together, shine gently into their surroundings, and grow slowly over time creates one of the most peaceful scenes in the universe. And thinking about this calm beginning can help you feel a little more peaceful too, as if you are watching a quiet light spread across the sky, one soft glow at a time. When you look up at the night sky, you might notice that not all stars look the same. Some shine with a soft red glow. Some look warm and yellow. Others look sharp and blue. These colors are not random. They tell a quiet story about each star, a story that has been unfolding for millions or even billions of years. And once you learn what the colors mean, the sky feels more alive, almost like each star is whispering its own calm truth. The color of a star comes from its temperature. It is simple and gentle. Cooler stars shine red. Warmer ones shine yellow or white. And the hottest stars glow blue. Red, yellow, blue, three colors that carry the whole history of many stars. When you understand them, the night sky becomes a soft map of quiet messages. Some stars are small and cool. These are called red dwarfs. They glow with a soft, warm-looking red light, almost like a distant ember. Their light is calm, not bright or sharp. Red dwarfs burn their fuel slowly, as if they believe in taking their time. They can live longer than any other star, sometimes for trillions of years. While other stars shine fast and fade quickly, red dwarfs stay steady, gentle, and patient. If the universe had a heartbeat, red dwarfs would be the slow, peaceful beats that keep everything steady. The calmness of red dwarfs makes them some of the most relaxing stars to imagine. They do not rush. They do not push. They glow the same way night after night, year after year, for times longer than our minds can even understand. If you could watch a red dwarf over its whole life, you would see almost no change. It would simply keep shining, soft and steady, like a small lantern that never burns out. Then there are stars like our sun. These stars glow yellow or white because they are warmer than red dwarfs, but not too hot. They sit comfortably in the middle. Their light feels balanced, calm, and stable. These stars burn their fuel at a gentle rate, not too fast, not too slow. They are like the steady walkers of the universe, moving with purpose, but never in a hurry. Yellow stars are easy to love because their light feels familiar. It is the kind of light that warms worlds, lights skies, and brings gentle comfort. Our sun has been shining for around 5 billion years, and it is still in its peaceful middle age. It glows with steady light, giving life without strain. Many stars in the night sky share this same quiet strength. Yellow stars have a kind of harmony inside them. The pressure pushing outward from the heat balances perfectly with the pull of gravity pulling inward. This balance keeps the star peaceful, no shaking, no sudden changes, just a long, smooth glow that lasts for billions of years. When you picture a star that feels gentle and stable, you are probably imagining a yellow star. But then there are the blue giants. These stars shine with a bright, sharp blue light because they are extremely hot. They are huge, powerful, and full of energy. Even though they look strong, they live fast lives. Their fuel burns quickly, and they do not stay young for long. But when they shine with all their strength. Blue stars may sound wild, but there is something peaceful about their honesty. They give everything they have, glowing intensely for the short time they exist. Their light travels far across space, bold and clear. When you see a blue star, you are seeing a star that lives with passion, even if its life is brief. There is a gentle feeling in knowing that even the brightest stars fade softly when their time is done. Each color, red, yellow, blue, tells a quiet story about what is happening inside a star. A red star tells you, I am calm, I take my time. A yellow star says, I am steady, I am balanced. A blue star whispers, I burn bright, but I burn fast. Colors are like a soft code, a simple message you can read with your eyes alone. If you imagine yourself lying under a clear night sky, you might start to wonder which stars around you are cool and patient, which ones are warm and steady, and which ones burn bright and hot. With each star, the story becomes a little different. The sky becomes more alive, yet it stays gentle and quiet, helping your mind slow down with it. Another beautiful part of star colors is that they can change over time. A star may begin hot and blue, then cool into a yellow glow, and later soften into a red hue before it rests as a quiet ember. This slow change is like watching a life unfold in colors instead of words. It is gentle, smooth, and full of hidden calmness. Even though stars are massive and powerful, they do not rush their changes. Everything unfolds slowly, in soft steps that span millions of years. Thinking about this can bring a sense of peace. The universe is huge, but it does not hurry. It gives everything time. It gives everything space. And the stars, with their colors, show that patience. Inside every star, tiny particles are constantly moving, fusing, releasing light and warmth. These movements create a repeating rhythm, like a quiet heartbeat. This heartbeat is not something you can hear, but it is something you can imagine. A slow, steady pulse of energy flowing outward, filling space with light. Every star has its own rhythm. Big stars pulse fast. Small stars pulse slowly. The rhythm matches the color, the temperature, and the strength of each star. This idea makes the night sky feel softer. It is not just a picture or a bunch of dots. It is a whole sky full of quiet heartbeats, each one glowing in its own color, each one telling you how it lives. The stars do not compete, they do not argue, they simply shine the way they were made to shine, and the universe feels calm because of it. When you look at a red star, you are seeing a long life full of steady patience. When you see a yellow star, you are looking at balance and peace. When you see a blue star, you are looking at energy and passion wrapped in a short and beautiful moment. And when you put all these colors together, the sky becomes a soft storybook made of light. Knowing this makes the night sky feel even more relaxing. Every color has a meaning. Every glow has a purpose. And once you understand the colors of stars, you start to feel like the universe is speaking in a calm, simple language that you were always meant to understand. As you imagine these colors now, soft red, warm yellow, bright blue, you may feel your mind growing quieter. Your body might settle a little deeper, and the sky, with all its peaceful colors, becomes the perfect guide to help you rest. The stars have been shining their calm stories for billions of years, and tonight they are shining them just for you. When a star is young and glowing softly for the first time, it does not shine alone. Around it, a wide circle of gas and dust begins to form. This circle is called a protoplanetary disk, and it is one of the calmest, slowest, and most beautiful stages in the life of a star system. If you could watch it from far away, you would see gentle rings swirling slowly, touched by the new star's warm light, almost like soft paint on a canvas. Gravity is doing all the work, quietly and patiently. It pulls tiny grains of dust together, then pulls those little clumps into bigger ones. Nothing happens fast. Nothing moves in a rush. It is a slow gathering, a peaceful shaping, a calm beginning. This is how worlds are built, not with loud events, but with tiny moments coming together over millions of years. The star sits in the center like a warm heart. Its gravity keeps everything around it in place. Its light warms the disk just enough for the materials to stick and grow. Even though the star is young, it already acts like a gentle guide, helping the early pieces of future planets find where they belong. It is quiet teamwork on a cosmic scale. As time passes, small bits of rock bump into each other. Some break apart, some join together. The ones that stick slowly grow larger. First they are just specks, then pebbles, then stones, then mountain-sized chunks. Each step is slow, patient, and steady. Nothing needs to hurry. Space gives them all the time they need. The forming planets move around the star in wide, smooth paths. The orbits settle little by little, becoming calm and steady. With each slow turn, the new worlds begin to take shape. Some worlds grow hard and rocky. Some grow huge and full of gas. Some stay small, like little frozen pearls. All of them begin as simple dust held together by the quiet pull of gravity. It is peaceful to think about how long this process takes. And slowly, new worlds appear out of nothing more than dust and light. When you think about it, the calm patience of the universe feels almost comforting. Nothing is forced. Nothing is rushed. Creation comes from gentle steps. One of the most amazing parts is how the star's light helps shape everything. It warms the inner part of the disk, keeping certain materials in gas form and letting others cool into solid grains. Farther out, the light is softer, and ice can form. This difference in warmth creates different kinds of planets, each with its own quiet story. Warm worlds near the star, cold worlds far away, a whole family shaped by gentle changes in light. The starlight also pushes tiny particles outward. This slow push helps clear space, forming gaps and lanes in the disk. These gaps become peaceful highways where young planets move smoothly without crashing into everything around them. The light, the heat, and the gravity work together, guiding the new family of planets into a calm rhythm. If you could float above a forming star system, you might feel as if you were watching a soft, graceful dance. Light spreading, dust moving, planets growing, everything unfolding at a slow, comforting pace. The star lights up the darkness around it like a small fire in a deep forest, giving warmth to everything that circles it. As the planets grow bigger, they pull more material toward themselves. Their surfaces begin to form. Some planets get thick blankets of gas, some stay rocky, some end up covered in ice. But all of them depend on the star. Without the star's gravity, they would not stay in their orbits. Without the star's light, they would stay cold and still. The star is the gentle builder of the entire system. Even moons begin forming. Around some young planets, smaller disks appear. In these disks, tiny pieces of rock gather and settle just like around the star. These soft steps create moons that circle their planets, adding even more calm motion to the growing system. Every layer of this process feels quiet and slow, like the universe is taking a deep breath and letting new worlds appear one by one. As millions of years pass, the protoplanetary disk becomes thinner. More material turns into planets, moons, and rings. The space around the star clears. What was once a wide cloud of dust becomes a neat group of worlds moving gently around a warm center. A star system is born, shaped by gravity, light, time, and patience. And even after everything forms, the star continues its soft guidance. Its light warms the surfaces of the planets. It shines on oceans, mountains, clouds, and ice. It helps grow atmospheres. It creates weather. It allows life to rise on some worlds, maybe many worlds, each growing quietly under the steady glow of their star. The star never stops giving. Its energy flows outward in every direction, touching every world in its reach. Every orbit, every season, every calm day on a planet comes from the warmth of the star. Even if a world is cold or far away, the star still offers light that travels across great distances to reach it. It is peaceful to imagine all of this happening far out in space. Planets circling in wide, smooth paths, moons following their planets, dust settling into rings, everything moving in a slow ripple, like calm waves on a quiet lake. Nothing breaks the silence. Nothing rushes forward. It is the universe showing that creation can be gentle. When you look at the night sky and see stars shining like tiny lights, you might wonder how many of them have built their own families of planets. Most stars do. Many of those planets are still forming right now in faraway systems, growing slowly in soft darkness. The process is so calm and endless that it becomes almost soothing to think about. Stars are not just lights in the sky. They are builders. They shape everything around them with quiet strength. They create the conditions for worlds to rise. They give warmth and stability. They guide planets into peaceful orbits. They nourish their systems with steady light. When you close your eyes and imagine a star forming new worlds, you might feel your breath slow down. You might feel your body grow lighter. The thought itself is calming because it reminds you that the universe does not rush anything. Everything grows in its own time. Everything finds its place. And stars, with their gentle glow, are at the heart of it all. Some stars are born alone, but many are born with partners. In the quiet darkness of space, 2 or even 3 stars can form side by side, held together by a gentle pull of gravity. They begin their lives close to each other, glowing softly in the same cloud of gas, and over time, they settle into a smooth, shared motion. These stars are like companions that choose to stay together, moving through the universe in calm harmony. When 2 stars are bound together, they are called binary stars. They do not crash into each other or fight for space. Instead, each one follows a steady path around the other, almost like 2 dancers holding hands as they turn in a circle. Their motion is slow, peaceful, and full of balance. Sometimes one star is brighter, and sometimes the other shines stronger, but each one depends on the other to keep the pattern steady. The space between them can be small or incredibly huge. Some binary stars are so close that they almost touch, glowing like a shared flame. Others are very far apart, with enough distance between them that a whole solar system could fit in the gap. No matter the space, their bond remains. Gravity is their silent connection, holding them together through millions or even billions of years. Their movement is predictable and gentle. One star circles, the other responds. They stay in balance without effort, without noise, and without hurry. Their silent teamwork is a reminder that even in the vastness of space, companionship can be soft and steady. Sometimes 3 stars form together. These are triple star systems, and their motion is even more beautiful. Instead of 2 stars circling each other, a third joins the dance. Often, 2 stars stay close as a pair, while the third moves around them in a wider path. The whole system looks like a graceful pattern drawn slowly in the sky. Each star moves in a way that keeps peace with the others, never pushing too hard, never breaking the fragile balance that holds them all. Triple star systems may sound chaotic, but they are surprisingly stable. Gravity guides each star along a path that keeps everything calm. It is like watching a slow, careful dance where every step is perfectly placed. Stars in these groups can stay together for ages, glowing side by side as the galaxy changes around them. It is comforting to imagine these families of stars traveling through space together. While lonely stars move alone in the darkness, binary and triple stars always have company. They share their light, they share their motion, they share their quiet presence. This companionship gives their systems a special kind of harmony that feels soothing to think about, especially when you picture it happening in complete silence. Some stellar families are even larger. In certain places, dozens or hundreds of stars are born so close to one another that they stay together for millions of years. These stars form loose groups called open clusters. They are like large families spreading slowly across the sky, each star glowing gently with those it grew up beside. Over time, they move apart, but their shared origin forever links them. Even when they separate, the memory of being born together remains in their motion. No matter how many stars are in a group, it is gravity that keeps them connected. Gravity shapes their paths, holds their patterns, and sets the rhythm of their movement. It does not rush anything. It acts slowly and softly, guiding stars as they turn. When you think about how quiet and patient this force is, it becomes almost calming. Gravity is like a soft hand, steadying everything in the universe. The orbits of these stars create beautiful shapes. Some move in wide circles, some in long ovals. A few trace unusual paths that twist gently around one another. Each orbit is unique, shaped by the size, the distance, and the weight of each star. But even with all these differences, every pattern remains smooth. Nothing is sudden, nothing breaks the peace of their motion. Binary stars often brighten and dim together as they move, especially if they pass in front of each other from our point of view. When one star slides in front of the other, the light falls for a moment, then slowly rises again. This soft change creates a peaceful rhythm, like the slow blinking of a distant eye in the night sky. People have watched this gentle pattern for centuries, finding calm in its steady beat. Triple stars show even more complex light changes. Their brightness can rise and fall in three different ways, as each star moves through its path. Some astronomers compare their light patterns to soft waves overlapping each other. The result is a glow that feels alive, never chaotic, just quietly shifting like a peaceful tide. These stars also share their warmth. In some systems, the light from one star warms the planets circling another. A planet in a binary or triple star system can experience sunsets from 2 or 3 suns at once. Imagine a world where the sky slowly fades under double light, or where mornings begin with 2 gentle glows rising together. Even though that world may be far away, just thinking about it brings a warm and soothing feeling. Many of these star families travel through space for billions of years, without ever breaking apart. Even when other stars pass nearby, or when their galaxy shifts around them, they stay bonded. Their companionship is strong enough to survive the slow changes of time. It is a quiet promise, held together by gravity and patience. Some stars may exchange partners over time. A passing star may pull one of them away. But even this happens slowly and calmly, with no sudden bursts or violent breaks. Space gives everything the room it needs to settle into new patterns. Even when families of stars change, the transition takes millions of peaceful years. Thinking about these systems can soothe your mind because they show a side of the universe that is gentle and steady. Stars do not rush, they do not fight. They move in smooth harmony that continues long after we are gone. Their patterns are like soft music without sound, repeating over ages in the silence of space. When you look up at the night sky, many of the stars you see are not single stars at all. They are pairs or triples, shining together from far away. Their light takes years to reach us, but it still carries that sense of calm harmony. It reminds us that even across huge distances, balance and connection exist. In the quiet of the night, it is comforting to picture these stars turning slowly around one another, glowing softly as they move. They show that even in the vast universe, companionship can last forever. Their steady motion, their gentle light, and their shared journey can bring a peaceful feeling to your thoughts, helping your mind settle and your body relax as you fall asleep under the same sky. When you think of the night sky, it might look like the stars are all close together, almost touching. But in reality, space is far more open and peaceful than our eyes can ever show. This quiet space between stars is part of what makes the galaxy feel calm, almost like a huge, slow ocean. And as you listen, you may feel your thoughts settling into that same quiet. The more we learn about where stars live inside the Milky Way, the more we see how gentle and slow their world truly is. It can feel comforting to know that even in something as big as our galaxy, the natural rhythm is calm, steady, and unhurried. In the area around our own sun, the average space between stars is so large that it feels almost empty. Light from a star can take years to reach another. If you could stand in the middle of this vast space, you would not see crowds or pressure or noise. You would see open darkness with a few soft lights in every direction. This is the normal environment for stars, and it keeps them safe and steady for billions of years. There is no rush, no pulling or pushing, just a gentle balance that gives stars a quiet place to shine. Even though space is wide, there are places in the galaxy where stars come together in small groups. These groups are called open clusters. They form inside large clouds of gas, where many stars are born around the same time. Because of this, open clusters feel a little like young families growing up together. They have the same age, the same birthplace, and often the same chemical makeup. When you imagine an open cluster, picture dozens or even hundreds of young stars glowing softly near each other, sharing a slow, peaceful journey through the galaxy. There is something calming about knowing that even stars have families that stay close for a while. These clusters do not last forever, though. Over millions of years, the stars move farther apart. Gravity from the rest of the galaxy gently pulls on them. Bit by bit, the cluster spreads out. But this change is slow and soft. It is never sudden or loud. It happens over such long periods of time that the stars barely feel it. They simply continue on their paths, each carrying the memory of where they began. There is a quiet beauty in how these clusters grow older and slowly settle into the wider galaxy. Far from the open clusters, there are different neighborhoods where stars live in much larger groups. These are called globular clusters. Unlike open clusters, which are young, globular clusters are ancient. Some are almost as old as the universe itself. They contain hundreds of thousands of stars packed together in a round, glowing sphere. When you imagine a globular cluster, think of a soft golden ball made of countless tiny lights, all moving gently under the pull of shared gravity. These stars stay together for billions of years, held in a steady balance that feels almost timeless. In a globular cluster, stars are much closer than they are around our sun. But even then, life for a star is quiet. The stars move in slow, curved paths that weave around one another. They do not crash or rush. They simply follow the gentle rules of gravity, like a huge orchestra playing a slow, steady song. And as you listen, you may feel that same slow rhythm settling into your breathing, helping your body relax a little more. Most stars in the Milky Way do not live in clusters at all. They live alone or in small families, spread across the wide disk of our galaxy. Here, the spaces are large and peaceful. A star can move through the galaxy for billions of years without ever getting close to another. This soft motion is guided by the gravity of the Milky Way itself. The galaxy's spiral arms, which look bright and busy in pictures, are actually calm patterns of stars, dust, and gas moving together. Nothing is rushed. Everything follows slow cycles that repeat over long ages. Our own sun is one of these stars moving across the galaxy. It takes about 230 million years to complete one full circle around the Milky Way. That means the last time the sun was in its current position, dinosaurs walked the Earth. The next time it returns to this spot, the world will be completely different again. This long journey is so steady and smooth that we never notice it. Day by day, the sun holds its same place in our sky, while quietly moving through the galaxy on a path that has been stable for billions of years. A calming thought is that the Milky Way is full of patterns like this. Stars follow gentle curves. Clusters move as whole groups. The spiral arms slowly turn like giant soft waves. Everything behaves as if the galaxy is breathing in a slow, steady rhythm. And when you picture it in your mind, you may feel your own thoughts slowing down, matching the calm pace of these huge, peaceful motions. Some places in the galaxy have more stars than others. Near the center of the Milky Way, stars are packed more closely together. There is more light, more heat, and stronger gravity. But even there, the movement is smooth and steady. It simply sits at the center, shaping the flow of the galaxy, almost like an anchor. Stars move around it in peaceful arcs, following paths that have existed since the earliest days of the Milky Way. In the outer parts of the galaxy, the spaces become even wider. The stars here live quiet lives, far from crowds. They shine softly, move slowly, and hold steady to their paths. Some of these stars are older than the Earth itself. They have seen countless cycles of the galaxy's motion. Their calm presence helps us understand how stable and patient the universe can be. What makes all of this so soothing is the scale. The Milky Way is huge, yet its movements are gentle. Stars are powerful, yet they live in quiet balance. Nothing hurries, nothing forces its way. Time stretches out so far that even the biggest changes feel soft and peaceful. When you imagine all of this, it becomes easier to let your own thoughts settle. The wide calm of the galaxy has a way of easing the small worries of everyday life. And as the stars continue their slow journey through the Milky Way, they remind us that there is beauty in steady motion, comfort in soft rhythms, and peace in the spaces between. The galaxy is not a loud or chaotic place. It is a quiet neighborhood made of light, each star moving with patience, each cluster holding its soft glow. And in this gentle world, there is a simple truth. Even something as large as a galaxy can be calm. There is something peaceful about knowing that the light you see from a star has been traveling for a very long time. It moves across space without being touched, without being slowed, and without being changed. It simply keeps going, steady and patient, until it finally reaches your eyes. When you look at a star, you are seeing a message that began its journey years, centuries, or even thousands of years ago. That thought alone can make your mind feel lighter, as if the world around you becomes a little softer. Starlight has no rush. It follows its own quiet path. Every beam of starlight begins deep inside a star's core, where heat and pressure slowly build up energy. This energy travels outward, layer by layer, until it escapes into the open darkness of space. Once it leaves the star, nothing stops it. There is no wind, no sound, no walls. Just calm open space. And in that calm, the light continues forward with a gentle steadiness that never changes. Thinking about this slow, quiet journey can help your own thoughts settle, because there is something soothing in knowing that light can travel so far, so peacefully. As starlight moves through the galaxy, it sometimes touches small clouds of dust along the way. These clouds do not stop the light. They simply glow softly when the light passes through them. This glow is faint and smooth, almost like a soft breath across the sky. If you could float near one of these dust clouds, you would see tiny grains shining with a pale, calm color, lit by stars far away. Nothing in these clouds rushes, nothing pushes. Everything happens slowly and gently, shaped only by the quiet touch of starlight. This soft light can even create beautiful shapes. Dust can form long, smooth streaks that look like delicate brushstrokes through space. In some places, the dust forms glowing arches or thin, peaceful waves. These shapes stay still for years and years, only changing very slowly. Starlight gives them their beauty, shining through them in a way that looks almost dreamlike. And when you imagine this soft light moving across the galaxy, it becomes easier to feel a sense of calm inside yourself. Planets also feel the gentle influence of their star's light. Starlight warms them little by little. It gives energy to their surfaces. It creates seasons and allows life to grow, even if the changes are slow and steady. Earth, for example, is warmed just enough by the sun's light to stay full of life. But the warming is never sudden. It comes in a soft, steady flow that keeps everything balanced. Even on cold planets far from their stars, the light brings a tiny bit of warmth that keeps them from freezing completely. This small, gentle touch shows how even the faintest starlight has power. What makes starlight even more calming is that it carries the memory of the star it came from. Light can tell you what elements are inside a star. It can tell you whether the star is young or old, calm or unstable. It holds the story of the star's temperature, its age, and sometimes even its past. When astronomers look at starlight through special instruments, they can read these tiny details. It is almost like listening to a quiet voice from far away, telling a story that took years to reach you. And this idea, that stars speak through light, gives the night sky a gentle feeling, like each star is sharing a small, soft truth. The most peaceful part of starlight is how long it travels. Light from some stars began its journey before ancient civilizations were born. Some light started its path before mountains formed, before oceans took their shapes, before humans even existed. And after all that time, it still arrives perfectly steady. When that light reaches Earth, it has crossed so much space and so many quiet years that it feels almost timeless. You are seeing something from the past, something that has survived everything without fading. There is a soft comfort in knowing that light can last that long. It moves forward with quiet confidence, never stopping, never losing its way. Even if the star that created it is gone, the light continues. It keeps going until it finally reaches a place where it can be seen. This means some stars you see in the sky tonight may not exist anymore. But their light is still here, still traveling, still giving a gentle glow. This idea can feel peaceful, as if nothing truly disappears. It leaves something behind, something that continues shining. The space between stars is so calm that nothing disturbs the light. There is no air to slow it, no storms, no fast movements. Light passes through this quiet like a soft note in a long, silent hallway. It stretches across billions of miles with total ease, and imagining this can help quiet your thoughts too. You might begin to feel your own breathing slow as you picture that calm, dark space where light moves freely. Sometimes starlight reaches planets with atmospheres, and that atmosphere bends the light a little. This bending makes sunsets glow in soft colors. It makes star twinkles. It makes the sky change from day to night smoothly and gently. On Earth, the air gives the light a warm feeling, turning it into colors that relax the eyes. Those soft colors are part of why sunsets feel calming. They carry the same peaceful energy the starlight had from the beginning of its journey. Even on planets with no life, the light shapes the landscape. It creates shadows on craters, shines on icy plains, and reflects off smooth rocks. The light may be faint, but it adds a peaceful glow that makes these silent worlds look beautiful. Everything it touches becomes part of a slow, quiet scene. When you imagine those distant surfaces lit by soft starlight, it becomes easier to let go of tension, as if your mind is stepping into that calm space too. Every night, Earth receives an endless stream of this ancient light. You see it in stars, in the glow of the Milky Way, and in the soft lines across the sky. Even when you are not thinking about it, the starlight is still there, reaching the ground, touching the oceans, and shining on the mountains. It wraps the planet in a quiet glow that has been present for billions of years. This steady presence helps bring a sense of peace. It reminds you that the universe moves at its own gentle pace, and when you close your eyes and think of that long journey, you may feel something inside. You settle. Starlight is patient. It is steady. It is calm. It travels across the galaxy with quiet strength, carrying stories, warmth, and memories. And when it reaches you, after all those years, it does exactly what it has always done. It shines softly, asking nothing in return. It simply offers its gentle glow, helping your mind relax and your body rest. Some stars live lives so extreme that it is hard to imagine them. Yet even these stars can be described in calm, gentle ways that help us feel wonder rather than fear. Neutron stars, for example, are born when massive stars reach the end of their lives and explode in a supernova. The core that remains is crushed into an incredibly small space. Imagine something with the mass of our sun, squeezed into a ball just a few kilometers across. It is unimaginably dense, yet it sits in quiet space, spinning slowly or quickly, but never making a sound. Neutron stars may feel extreme, but their quiet presence reminds us how the universe can be strange and peaceful at the same time. Some neutron stars spin very fast. They are called pulsars because they send out regular beams of light, like the ticking of a clock. Each pulse travels across the galaxy, reaching Earth after long journeys. When we see it from far away, it looks like a gentle flicker. That flicker can be mesmerizing, almost hypnotic, like a heartbeat in the darkness. Even though it comes from one of the densest objects in the universe, the pulse is soft in its rhythm, steady and calm. It is a reminder that even the most extreme objects have patterns that are peaceful to watch. Other stars, called magnetars, have magnetic fields stronger than anything we can imagine. Their fields are so strong, they could wipe out electronics from millions of kilometers away. But despite their terrifying power, magnetars do not move quickly. They rotate calmly, slowly letting their energy radiate into space. They shine in gentle bursts of X-rays and gamma rays, which are invisible to our eyes. If we could see them, their light would flicker like soft candle flames, not a violent explosion. In their quiet, mysterious way, magnetars teach us that extreme power can coexist with calm stillness. The surface of a neutron star is like a solid crust over an ocean of neutrons. It is a place of strange physics, but from a distance, it looks smooth and still. There are no winds, no storms, just the steady pull of gravity keeping everything in place. And though the forces inside are enormous, the star itself moves through space with gentle grace. It is a calm traveler, carrying the memory of a giant star that once lived and exploded. Thinking of this can help the mind feel small and safe, knowing that even extreme forces can be quiet. Pulsars, spinning neutron stars, have a rhythm that can be compared to a heartbeat. Each pulse marks time and space, steady and unchanging. Some spin once every second, others hundreds of times per second. Their rhythm is precise and predictable. If you imagine lying under the night sky, seeing the pulse of a distant star, it can feel like the universe is breathing slowly with you. That steady pattern is soothing, as if the cosmos itself is offering a quiet lullaby. It reminds us that there is order even in strange corners of space. Even though neutron stars are small, they hold a story of immense change. They were once massive, bright stars, burning brightly for millions of years. Then they exploded, leaving a calm remnant behind. This quiet object carries all the history of its former self, compressed and preserved. It is a gentle reminder that endings in the universe are not always chaotic. Sometimes they leave something still and steady behind, a form of calm beauty born from great energy. Magnetars are rarer than neutron stars, but they show another kind of gentle extremity. Their magnetic fields bend space itself, shaping the region around them. Yet this bending happens slowly. Nothing rushes. Nothing shakes violently at first sight. From afar, a magnetar might appear as just another soft point of light, hiding its extreme nature beneath a quiet surface. This teaches a lesson about appearances. Even the strangest and most powerful objects can exist peacefully, without frightening everything around them. The light from neutron stars and magnetars travels across space just like the light from any other star. It takes years, decades, or centuries to reach us. When it arrives, it is often faint and calm. A pulsar's pulse might be tiny in brightness, barely noticeable against the dark sky. Yet that small flicker carries the story of enormous events, supernova explosions, collapsing cores, and the bending of matter and energy. All of this is compressed into a peaceful rhythm that we can watch quietly from Earth. Some neutron stars are in binary systems paired with other stars. They orbit slowly, circling each other in calm motions. Occasionally, one might pull material from its companion. The flow of gas glows softly, like a gentle stream illuminated in the night. There are no loud explosions in this process unless the transfer becomes too fast. Usually, everything unfolds over thousands of years, so slow that the changes feel peaceful. Watching such systems from afar is like observing a quiet dance in space, filled with grace and slow motion. The surfaces of magnetars can crack under the pressure of their magnetic fields, releasing small bursts of energy. Even these bursts, though powerful in reality, would be calm from a distance. They travel through space as pulses, reaching us years later as tiny signals that scientists can detect. Imagine listening to the heartbeat of a star from millions of kilometers away. That is the kind of calm wonder these objects provide. It is extreme, yes, but in a soothing way, not a chaotic one. Neutron stars, pulsars, and magnetars are reminders that the universe can be full of extremes that are also quiet. They challenge our imagination, showing that gravity and energy can shape matter in ways we cannot experience on Earth. Yet from our viewpoint, their motions are slow, their light is soft, and their rhythms are gentle. You can think of them as quiet storytellers carrying the history of massive stars while offering a calm rhythm to watch under the night sky. Even their density, though enormous, is not frightening when considered from afar. The idea that a teaspoon of neutron star material would weigh billions of tons is astonishing. Yet the star itself moves silently through space. There is no shaking, no sudden collapse. It simply exists in its tiny, extreme form, spinning and glowing softly. This contrast between extreme conditions and gentle motion can bring a strange kind of peace, knowing that the universe can hold both power and calm at the same time. When we watch the night sky, we often see ordinary stars twinkling gently. But if we could observe neutron stars or magnetars with special instruments, we would see a universe of quiet extremes. Their stories are hidden in subtle flickers, in steady pulses, in soft light that has traveled for years. Even the most mysterious objects in space have calm patterns, offering a gentle reminder that the cosmos is not just chaos. It is full of rhythms and motions that can soothe the mind if we take the time to notice them. In a way, extreme stars show us a different kind of beauty. Ordinary stars shine steadily, but neutron stars pulse. Magnetars hide their power, yet radiate energy slowly. Each has a story told in light and movement. Each can be imagined in a gentle, human way, as if the stars are breathing softly, marking the passage of time and reminding us that even in the strangest places, there is calm. Thinking about these stars can make the night sky feel alive, but in a quiet, peaceful way. It can make your mind slow down and your body relax, letting the vastness of space calm your thoughts. Finally, these extreme stars are not dangerous from here. We can admire them safely, knowing they are far away. Their quiet, extreme nature is a source of fascination and relaxation. As you imagine the pulses, the rotations, the soft light, and the calm motion, you may feel a gentle peace wash over you. The universe holds wonders that are powerful yet serene. Neutron stars, pulsars, and magnetars teach us that even the most extreme things can exist quietly, and even the most energetic events can have a gentle rhythm. They are part of a cosmic story that is vast, slow, and soothing, a story you can watch unfold as you rest under the stars. Some stars live their lives far away from other stars. They are called runaway stars or rogue stars. Unlike stars that stay with their families or clusters, these stars have been sent away from home. Sometimes, when a star is born in a crowded cluster, the gravity of its neighbors can push it out. Other times, a nearby star might explode in a supernova, sending its companion flying gently but firmly through space. These stars travel alone, moving quietly across the galaxy, far from the noise and light of their former neighbors. Runaway stars move in ways that are slow to our imagination, but steady in space. Their paths are long and calm, stretching across tens of thousands of light years. From a distance, they look like lonely points of light, soft and unhurried. They do not rush or collide. They keep moving, carrying their own warmth and energy through the vast emptiness. There is something peaceful about imagining a star traveling all alone, its glow steady, uninterrupted by the commotion of nearby suns. Even though they are alone, these stars are not weak. Their journeys are long, and they survive the emptiness because of their strength. They shine softly for millions or even billions of years, each pulse of light carrying the story of where they came from. Some of these stars may have once been part of a family of stars, a cluster where many suns lived close together. That cluster might have been a noisy place full of gravity pulling and pushing, with stars interacting constantly. When a star leaves, it carries memories of that place with it, and its light tells a story of gentle separation. Rogue stars often travel slowly compared to the speed of light, but in human terms, they are moving incredibly fast. They pass through the galaxy on their quiet, solitary paths. They may travel through empty regions of space, far from clouds of gas or other stars, moving in isolation. Their loneliness is not frightening because they shine steadily. From Earth, if we could see them clearly, we would notice their calm glow moving across the sky. Watching them can feel like observing a quiet traveler on a long journey, steady and unhurried. Some runaway stars were sent away by explosions of their companion stars. When a massive star in a binary system explodes, it can push the other star outward. This happens gently, not violently from our perspective, but the force is enough to send a star far from its home. The ejected star continues its life alone, moving across space while keeping its internal warmth and light. Its journey is a soft, continuous story that lasts millions of years. Every flicker of its glow reminds us of the events that sent it on this peaceful path. Rogue stars can also come from galaxies themselves. Sometimes, galaxies pass near each other, and gravity pulls stars away from their homes. These stars leave their galaxies, traveling into the emptiness between galaxies. They may carry planets or small systems with them, moving in a quiet ballet across the cosmos. Imagine a single star, shining steadily in the vast dark, carrying its own little world and continuing its journey for billions of years. There is calm in this loneliness, a sense of freedom and gentle motion across unimaginable distances. The paths of these stars are usually straight and slow, shaped by gravity but not disturbed by anything else. They glide across the galaxy without meeting many obstacles. Their glow reaches far, sometimes thousands of light years, carrying information about their age, composition, and history. Each light beam is a whisper from the past, traveling to reach us after a long journey. Thinking about this can make the mind feel relaxed, imagining a gentle light moving through the vast darkness, uninterrupted and calm. Runaway stars also remind us that space is not always crowded. While clusters and dense regions of the galaxy are full of activity, much of the galaxy is quiet. Rogue stars move through these quiet regions, shining alone. They show us the contrast between busy star neighborhoods and the emptiness of space. Observing them with imagination allows us to feel the slow rhythm of the galaxy, a rhythm that continues even far from the crowded, noisy clusters. Some rogue stars are very old, having left their clusters billions of years ago. Their light has traveled long distances, and their journeys can take them across entire galaxies. Even though they move alone, they are still connected to the rest of the universe. Their light will reach clouds of gas, other stars, or planets in the future, carrying gentle warmth and energy. These quiet travelers are like messengers, moving softly through space, sharing what they carry without any rush or disturbance. Runaway stars are often smaller stars, like red dwarfs, which burn slowly and live a very long time. Their long life supports their slow, peaceful journeys. Even when they pass through empty regions without any companions, they continue to shine. Their steady light can outlast the lives of many larger stars. This quiet persistence is part of what makes these stars so fascinating. They are survivors and travelers, showing the calm, enduring side of the universe. The loneliness of a rogue star can be imagined like a soft path through darkness. There is no noise, no sudden events, just a star moving gently along its way. Its journey is a story of slow change, of energy preserved over time, of quiet persistence in a vast, empty space. For those who imagine this carefully, it can be very calming, knowing that the star continues its journey without rush, without stress, just maintaining its gentle glow. Some runaway stars eventually meet other stars or clusters again, but often they continue their journey alone. They may pass close to nebulae or gas clouds, and the light they emit can warm or illuminate the surroundings. Even if no one observes them directly, their existence touches space around them. A rogue star is not truly lonely. It affects everything in its path, even if only in subtle, calm ways. Its presence brings gentle light to regions that would otherwise be dark and empty. The study of runaway stars also helps astronomers understand the galaxy. By tracing their paths, scientists can learn about the forces that ejected them, the history of clusters, and the events of nearby supernovae. All of this knowledge comes from observing their calm, steady motion. For a viewer, thinking about these stars can be soothing because it connects the imagination with the slow, graceful workings of the universe. It is a reminder that there is order and pattern even in loneliness. Runaway stars, though traveling alone, carry the essence of their former homes. Their light is a bridge between the place they came from and the space they are moving through. Imagine a star leaving a cluster and shining steadily for billions of years, sending warmth across vast distances, carrying a story of beginnings, of companions, and of gentle ejection. The universe is full of such quiet journeys, each with its own calm rhythm. Finally, thinking about rogue stars can be relaxing for anyone looking at the night sky. Even though they are far, unseen, or faint, they move slowly and steadily, showing that space can be both vast and peaceful. They teach us that being alone is not frightening, and that journeys, no matter how long, can be calm and beautiful. As you imagine these solitary stars moving across the galaxy, their soft light can soothe your thoughts, slow your breathing, and remind you that the universe moves in gentle, persistent ways, offering a quiet story for anyone willing to watch. Some stars live near black holes, quietly orbiting these invisible giants. Black holes are mysterious and powerful, but stars near them often move in gentle, predictable ways. They follow paths shaped by the black hole's gravity, bending around it like water flowing around a rock. From far away, these orbits can look strange, twisting and curving in ways that seem almost magical. The stars are not afraid. They move with calm precision, held in place by the immense pull of gravity, yet never colliding with the darkness at the center. Watching stars near black holes is like observing a slow, cosmic dance. Some stars orbit very closely, moving faster than anything we can imagine, while others stay at a safer distance, circling quietly without danger. Their motion is smooth and steady, even when their paths are bent into sharp curves by the black hole's pull. Every loop and turn tells a story about gravity and space, about how mass can shape the universe without noise or sudden motion. Light from these stars behaves in gentle but fascinating ways. As a star moves close to a black hole, its light bends softly, following the curvature of space. This bending, called gravitational lensing, allows us to see parts of the star that would otherwise be hidden. Light stretches and curves, sometimes red-shifting as it climbs away from the black hole's pull. To imagine it calmly, picture a thin ribbon of glowing silk, twisting and turning through space, showing both beauty and quiet power. Time itself changes near a black hole. Stars that move close to these dense objects experience time differently from stars far away. Their days and years are affected by the immense gravity, stretching slowly compared to the rest of the galaxy. This is not frightening. It is a quiet, natural process. A star circling near a black hole lives its life gently, its energy radiating into the universe while following the slow, elastic flow of time. Thinking about this can make the mind feel small in the best way, connecting us to the strange but peaceful rhythms of the cosmos. Not every star near a black hole is doomed to be destroyed. Some maintain stable orbits for millions or even billions of years. These stars become companions to the darkness, circling endlessly in quiet paths. They shine steadily, unaffected by the chaos that might occur closer in. Their glow is a reminder that even in extreme conditions, life or light can exist calmly. The black hole shapes their journey, but it does not erase their individuality or their soft, persistent presence. In some cases, stars pass close enough to lose part of their outer layers. The black hole gently strips away gas and dust, but the star itself remains intact. Over long periods, this process can feed the black hole, yet the star continues on, luminous and enduring. Astronomers call these stars zombies, in a playful way because they survive near destruction. Their story is one of quiet resilience, showing how even in the most extreme corners of space, there is a kind of calm persistence. Stars near black holes can also illuminate the darkness around them. As they orbit, their light reflects off nearby gas and dust, creating soft glows that ripple across space. These halos and rings of light are not loud or violent, they are gentle, almost meditative displays of cosmic physics. By studying them, scientists learn about the black hole's size, mass, and influence, all without disturbing the serene motion of the stars themselves. The universe quietly shares its secrets, like a whisper across the cosmic void. These jets can push gas and dust far into space, sometimes triggering new star formation. Even though black holes seem dangerous, their presence can help create new stars in nearby clouds. The process is calm and measured, occurring over millions of years. A star forming from gas nudged by a black hole's energy is like a tiny candle being lit by a gentle wind. The forces are large, but the pace is slow, and the result is beautiful and soft. Observing stars near black holes can feel almost like reading a story. Each orbit, each curve, and each flicker of light tells a chapter. Stars move along their paths quietly, shaping and reshaping space without noise. Even the strongest gravity does not need violence to influence the cosmos. Watching these stars reminds us that strength and gentleness can exist together. The universe, in its extremes, still follows patterns that are orderly, quiet, and mesmerizing. Some stars in these neighborhoods move in pairs or small groups. They circle each other while circling the black hole, creating complex but slow and graceful dances. Their interactions are smooth, predictable, and beautiful. They may exchange energy, adjusting their orbits little by little, yet the motion remains peaceful. Even when multiple stars are involved, nothing in this region is hurried. The black hole's presence organizes the movement, rather than creating chaos, showing a strange and calm balance of forces. The light from stars near black holes can take thousands of years to reach us. When we see it, we are observing the past, soft echoes of events that occurred long ago. Each photon, each particle of light, carries a story from a distant orbit, moving quietly through the emptiness. The experience of imagining this is calming. It shows that the universe works on timescales far beyond our own, yet it does so with gentle persistence, without sudden bursts or interruptions. Even the smallest stars can survive near black holes. They shine steadily, their gentle light stretching across space. Larger stars may have shorter lives, yet their paths around the black hole are slow and predictable. This contrast gives us a sense of rhythm in the universe, a mixture of power and gentleness, of fleeting brilliance and enduring glow. Watching or imagining this rhythm can be deeply soothing, like listening to a slow, natural heartbeat. Some stars eventually move away from black holes, returning to calmer regions of their galaxies. Others remain in stable orbits, companions to the void. Their light continues to travel outward, touching gas clouds, planets, and perhaps even other stars. The paths are long and quiet, but they are full of gentle influence. Even at vast distances, these stars contribute to the balance of the galaxy, showing that quiet persistence can shape the universe. Thinking about stars near black holes encourages a new kind of calm. We imagine enormous gravity, yet stars move without fear. We imagine extreme conditions, yet life or light continues steadily. We imagine time bending, yet the stars' stories unfold slowly in gentle sequences. In the night sky, stars far from black holes shine just as peacefully, but imagining those near black holes adds another layer of depth. These are stars on the edge of extremes, yet they move without hurry, without violence. Their quiet orbits, bent paths, and softly stretching light teach us that even the most powerful forces in the universe can be gentle. The cosmos has ways of showing beauty and calm motion, even in places where danger seems closest. Black holes and their stars remind us of patience and endurance. They show how light can travel great distances, how time can stretch, and how motion can be slow yet powerful. These stars are living examples of the universe's quiet laws. They shine without interruption, circle without hurry, and exist in a balance that lasts for millions or billions of years. Imagining them can soothe the mind, slow the heartbeat, and offer a sense of connection to something vast, enduring, and calm. Even from far away, their glow reaches us. It arrives softly, like a gentle reminder that the universe is alive and moving, but at its own pace. Stars near black holes carry stories of extreme physics, yet they tell them in whispers, not shouts. Their journeys are long and serene, their light steady, and their presence quietly magnificent. Thinking about them can calm thoughts, fill the imagination with wonder, and invite the mind to rest alongside the gentle rhythms of space. Stars like our sun have long and gentle lives, burning steadily for billions of years. But eventually, even these calm stars begin to change. When the hydrogen in their cores runs low, their hearts start to grow warmer and expand. Slowly, the star swells, its outer layers stretching outward. This phase is called the red giant stage, and it is a quiet transformation, like a deep, long exhale after years of steady breathing. The star is no longer small and compact. It becomes round, soft, and glowing with a gentle, reddish light. The change is peaceful, a natural evolution rather than a sudden burst. As the red giant expands, the star sheds some of its outer layers into space. These layers move away slowly, forming clouds of glowing gas that surround the remaining core. The process is calm, almost meditative, as the star lets go of its material without force or chaos. This shedding creates what astronomers call a planetary nebula, a luminous shell of gas that seems to float delicately in the darkness of space. The colors of these nebulae can be soft greens, blues, and pinks, glowing quietly as they reflect the star's fading light. From Earth, they appear like gentle cosmic lanterns, markers of the star's life and passage of time. Inside the center of the planetary nebula lies the leftover core of the star. It is very dense, small, and incredibly hot at first, but it has no more nuclear fuel to burn. Unlike its former self, the white dwarf does not shine through fusion, but through the residual heat stored in its interior. Over billions of years, it cools slowly, fading from bright white to softer shades of gray, and eventually becoming almost invisible. The process is so slow that none of the white dwarfs in the universe have had time to completely cool yet. In this way, even in death, these stars continue to exist quietly, lingering as faint beacons in space. The life of a sun-like star is not dramatic in the way massive stars explode. Instead, it is calm, continuous, and serene. Each phase, the steady hydrogen burning, the expansion into a red giant, the formation of a planetary nebula, and the final quiet white dwarf, feels like a soft story unfolding over unimaginable stretches of time. There is no rush, no violent ending, only slow transitions and a quiet letting go. The star's light and warmth have influenced its surrounding planets for billions of years, and even as it fades, it continues to leave a gentle imprint on the space around it. Planetary nebulae are like quiet artworks in the universe. Their shapes can be round, like gentle bubbles, or more complex, with arms and filaments that stretch outward softly. They shine not through new fusion, but by reflecting the energy of the dying star inside them. Some nebulae glow for tens of thousands of years before fading, giving astronomers plenty of time to observe their calm beauty. The quiet glow can feel like a reminder that even endings in space can be full of grace and peace, a soft farewell after a long life of shining. White dwarfs, though small, carry immense density. A tiny teaspoon of white dwarf material would weigh tons on Earth. The pressure inside them is unimaginable, yet they are quiet and stable. They do not explode or burn furiously. They exist as enduring remnants, slowly radiating their stored heat into space. Observing a white dwarf allows astronomers to learn about the age of the star and the history of its surroundings. These remnants are like the soft echoes of a life once blazing with energy, now continuing in a calm and subdued form. The planets around a sun-like star experience these changes slowly. As the star becomes a red giant, it may engulf the inner planets, warming and transforming them. Yet this process is not sudden. It takes millions of years. The outer planets may witness the star's changes while remaining at a safe distance, bathed in the warm glow of the expanding red giant. Eventually, as the planetary nebula forms and the white dwarf cools, the light they receive diminishes, softening into a gentle, persistent shimmer. This long, slow evolution can feel meditative to imagine, like watching a candle fade over days rather than seconds. Each sun-like star leaves a quiet legacy. The elements it produces during its life, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, spread into space through gentle winds and nebulae. These elements become part of future stars, planets, and possibly life itself. Even in the calm, unassuming depths of sun-like stars, they contribute to the ongoing story of the universe. Their endings are not loud or destructive, but they are meaningful, leaving soft traces that shape the cosmos for billions of years. Thinking about this process can bring a sense of peace. Unlike the violent explosions of massive stars, the life and death of a sun-like star is measured, slow, and deliberate. There is time to watch, to imagine, and to marvel at the soft glow of its planetary nebula, the cooling white dwarf, and the gentle influence it continues to have on the surrounding space. This is the kind of cosmic calm that can help a mind settle, a reminder that even the largest forces in the universe can move slowly and softly. Some planetary nebulae form symmetrical shapes, glowing like lanterns suspended in space. Others twist into unexpected forms, their filaments extending like soft fingers into the surrounding darkness. These clouds of gas move gently, not pushed by explosions, but by the quiet exhalation of the dying star. Colors may fade slowly, blending into the emptiness, but the beauty remains, a serene reminder of the star's journey. Looking at images of these nebulae, one can almost feel the slow passage of time, the steady heartbeat of a star that once burned with life. White dwarfs may continue to shine for billions of years, a faint reminder of a once radiant sun. They do not compete with new stars, they simply exist, small and steady, letting their stored heat escape little by little. In their quiet presence, the universe keeps its calm rhythm. Astronomers often use white dwarfs as cosmic clocks, measuring their cooling to understand the age of star clusters. These tiny, fading stars quietly tell stories of time, endurance, and gentle endings, showing that there is a kind of majesty in calm persistence. Even after billions of years, the remnants of sun-like stars remain part of the cosmic fabric. Their planetary nebulae may fade into clouds of gas and dust, contributing material to future stars and planets. The white dwarfs linger, cooling slowly, until the universe itself ages enough for them to fade completely. Every phase is a soft chapter in a long story, a tale of quiet transitions rather than dramatic bursts. In imagining this, we can feel the slow, peaceful heartbeat of the cosmos. Sun-like stars teach us about patience. Their lives stretch over billions of years. Their change is gentle, their endings calm. They remind us that even in the vast, powerful universe, there is room for softness, for gradual change, and for quiet beauty. Observing them can calm thoughts, slow the heartbeat, and invite a sense of connection to something timeless. Their planetary nebulae glow softly, their white dwarfs cool slowly, and their legacy spreads gently across space. It is a story not of speed or violence, but of persistence, calm, and enduring light. To imagine the life of a sun-like star is to see the universe in slow motion, full of patience and gentle change. Every phase is a lesson in quiet power, showing how even the most ordinary stars can leave lasting beauty. From steady burning to red giant expansion, from glowing planetary nebulae to cooling white dwarfs, each stage is soft, measured, and full of calm. Thinking about this can bring comfort, a reminder that endings are not always loud, and that beauty can unfold slowly over unimaginable time. Massive stars live fast and burn bright. Unlike stars like our sun, they don't have the luxury of billions of years. Their cores are heavy, their fuel is used quickly, and their energy bursts outward with intensity. For millions, sometimes tens of millions of years, they shine brilliantly, lighting up the spaces around them. Their glow is strong, even overwhelming compared to smaller stars. Yet, despite this fiery life, massive stars also follow a slow, beautiful rhythm in their own way. When a massive star nears the end of its life, it begins to feel the weight of its own energy. Its core, once a furnace of hydrogen and helium, starts fusing heavier elements like carbon, oxygen, and even iron. Each layer of the star becomes a different kind of fusion, a gentle stacking of elements, each forming quietly within the immense pressure of the core. The star swells, sometimes becoming a red supergiant, its outer layers stretching outward softly over time. Though the star's energy is immense, the process of its expansion is steady, like a cosmic breathing. Eventually, the core cannot support itself. The iron at the center cannot produce more energy through fusion, and the balance between gravity and fusion shifts. Gravity, relentless but calm, begins to pull inward. The outer layers collapse toward the center. Then, in a moment both powerful and silent in cosmic terms, the star explodes as a supernova. The explosion is bright enough to outshine entire galaxies, yet it happens over days and weeks, a long unfolding of light and energy. From afar, it appears sudden, but in reality, it is the culmination of millions of years of quiet fusion and preparation. The supernova scatters the star's outer layers into space, sending clouds of gas and dust outward in all directions. These clouds are not chaotic. They move smoothly, expanding like a slow, glowing tide. The gas contains all the elements the star created during its life: carbon, oxygen, silicon, and more. These are the building blocks of future stars, planets, and even life itself. Each supernova is a gentle gift to the galaxy, spreading materials that will eventually come together in new forms. The elements move outward calmly, settling into nebulae, quietly waiting for gravity to gather them once more. From this explosion, the core of the star may remain. Depending on its mass, it becomes either a neutron star or a black hole. A neutron star is small, dense, and incredibly heavy, yet it spins calmly, sometimes like a slow cosmic lighthouse, sending gentle pulses of radiation across space. Its surface is a perfect balance of pressure and gravity, stable and enduring despite its extreme nature. Even the most violent processes in space can produce objects that exist quietly, carrying with them the memory of the star that created them. If the core is heavier, it may collapse into a black hole. Black holes are mysterious, quiet, and all-consuming, yet even they are part of a calm rhythm in the galaxy. They do not rush. They simply exist as points where gravity is so strong that not even light can escape. The black hole is the final resting place of the star's core, a silent monument to the star's journey. Around it, the scattered material from the supernova may swirl in slow, glowing patterns, forming accretion disks that shine gently as they heat up. Even in the presence of extreme forces, there is beauty and quiet order. The elements scattered by massive stars are essential for life. Without the carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, and iron produced in these giants, there would be no rocky planets, no oceans, no air to breathe, and no molecules to make living beings. Every breath of air, every drop of water, and every particle of our bodies owes its existence to these stars. When a massive star dies, it does not vanish silently. It enriches the galaxy, spreading the ingredients for new beginnings. In a sense, their endings are gentle, nurturing the future while letting go of their past. Massive stars also leave traces in the sky long after they disappear. Supernova remnants can glow for thousands of years, soft clouds of ionized gas expanding across space. Their light, energy, and materials continue to influence nearby stars and planets. The remnants can trigger new star formation, gently compressing nearby clouds of gas. Through this slow, quiet influence, one generation of stars helps create the next, linking past, present, and future in a calm, cosmic chain. Even black holes, though often thought of as destructive, play a role in gentle, cosmic cycles. As they pull material inward, some of that material forms glowing disks and jets that interact with surrounding gas. These flows can encourage star formation far away, turning destruction into creation. In this way, the universe maintains balance, using even extreme forces to quietly shape its structure and life. The story of massive stars is a story of endings that create new beginnings, of cycles that continue without hurry. Observing a supernova, a neutron star, or the scattered remains of a massive star can be a meditative experience. The brightness of the explosion, the delicate patterns of gas, the lingering glow of a remnant, all of it moves on a scale far larger and slower than our daily lives. The universe reminds us that even the most powerful events are part of a measured, timeless rhythm. Stars live fast compared to smaller stars, yet their influence stretches quietly across billions of kilometers, touching faraway planets, nebulae, and future stars. Massive stars are also teachers of patience. Their lifetimes, though short by cosmic standards, show that even powerful things unfold gradually. Each phase, from steady fusion to red supergiant swelling to supernova to the formation of a neutron star or black hole, is part of a slow, deliberate process. Their deaths are not chaotic in the universe's view. They are a soft, elegant transformation, moving materials, energy, and light into new forms. The quietness of these endings is a cosmic lesson in continuity and balance. Even after a supernova fades, the elements remain. Carbon forms molecules that may one day become part of planets. Oxygen and nitrogen mix with hydrogen to create new stars and new systems. Iron and silicon become part of rocky worlds. In this way, the massive star's life extends far beyond its own existence, influencing the shape, chemistry, and beauty of the galaxy for eons. Every massive star is like a gentle gardener, preparing the soil of space for future growth, leaving a calm, enduring legacy. The cycle of massive stars also connects all stars to one another. The heavy elements they scatter may one day be incorporated into a star like our sun, or into planets that harbor life. The quiet explosions, the glowing remnants, and the slow formation of new stars are all part of a continuous chain. One star's ending nourishes another's beginning. The galaxy itself becomes a gentle storybook, with each massive star adding a chapter in soft, enduring language. Even the most violent events can have a serene side. A supernova's shockwave moves through space, pushing clouds of gas and dust, yet it does so gradually over years, shaping the interstellar medium without haste. The galaxy absorbs this energy and material calmly, creating new environments for stars, planets, and life. In this way, massive stars are both spectacular and peaceful, showing that even great power can coexist with gentle beauty. Imagining the slow building of heavy elements, the swelling into a red supergiant, the glowing display of a supernova, and the gentle existence of a neutron star or black hole creates a sense of connection to the universe. These stars, though extreme, move and transform with a soft rhythm, quietly shaping everything around them. The galaxy, in response, evolves gently, recycling light, energy, and matter in an endless calm cycle. Massive stars teach us that endings are never final. They scatter their elements, trigger new stars, and influence their surroundings long after they vanish. Their stories are told in glowing nebulae, pulsating neutron stars, and the invisible pull of black holes. Each is part of the quiet music of the cosmos, a reminder that even the strongest events can unfold with patience, beauty, and grace. The fate of massive stars is a calm narrative of transformation, a cosmic lullaby showing how endings give rise to new beginnings in the soft light of the universe. Not all stars stay inside the galaxies where they were born. Some find themselves pulled away by forces stronger than their home. Galaxies are not still. They move, they bend, and sometimes they pass very close to one another. When that happens, gravity can tug on the stars inside them. Some stars are caught in this cosmic tug, pulled away from their galactic families. They leave behind the familiar swirl of their home galaxy and begin a journey into the vast emptiness of intergalactic space. It is slow, measured, and quiet. The star continues to shine, a steady light moving across unimaginable distances. For billions of years, these stars travel alone, far from any other star or planet. Their light reaches outward, touching nothing else along the way. They move in a calm rhythm, following the gentle but firm guidance of gravity, even though no one can see or notice them. Their journey is lonely, yet it is peaceful in a way that few other things in the universe can match. Even when they leave their galaxies, stars do not lose their purpose. They continue to burn hydrogen into helium, releasing energy that travels for light years. Their glow spreads across the emptiness, a quiet reminder of their existence. The light is ancient by the time it reaches a distant galaxy or a planet far from home. In this way, a star carries a story of creation and life with it, even as it moves through regions where nothing else exists. It is a storyteller, moving silently through space, keeping its light steady and true. The solitude of these stars gives them a special beauty. Unlike stars in crowded clusters or near bright neighbors, intergalactic stars are alone. They do not compete for attention. They shine for themselves, and in doing so, they illuminate the cosmic void in a gentle way. Imagine seeing one of these stars from a distant galaxy. Its light would be faint, small, and delicate, yet it would have traveled through emptiness for billions of years, a quiet traveler telling its story across time and space. These lonely stars also teach us about the scale of the universe. Galaxies may look like solid islands of light from a distance, but between them lies a vast, empty ocean of space. To think that a star can leave a galaxy and continue moving alone for billions of years is humbling. It reminds us that even the brightest lights of the universe are small compared to the emptiness that surrounds them. The stars themselves carry the memory of their home galaxies, even as they move far away. Their journeys are gentle in their own way. Gravity guides them, bending their paths into long arcs or slow curves. They are not thrown recklessly. Instead, they are nudged and guided by cosmic forces that act over eons. Even a star pulled away by a galactic encounter does not panic or change suddenly. It continues to burn steadily, releasing heat and light as it moves. Its energy spreads evenly, a soft, constant glow in a silent universe. Some of these stars may have planets. Planets that leave the galaxy with their sun move silently alongside it, caught in the same calm orbit. Imagine a small world traveling through intergalactic space, its sky lit by the lone sun at its center. No other stars are near. No other suns shine. The planet experiences eternal solitude, yet it has its own light, its own warmth, and its own rhythm. The system moves together, quietly, for billions of years, a private family traveling across the void. Stars between galaxies also carry clues about cosmic history. Their compositions tell astronomers about the galaxies they came from. The elements in their cores, the ratios of metals to gases, even their age, all give hints about the environments they were born in. A star, far from any galaxy, is like a message in a bottle. It carries information from the past, sent across the silent ocean of space. Observing these stars allows scientists to learn about places that are otherwise impossible to study directly. The vast emptiness they move through does not diminish their presence. A single star in the void is a point of light that can be seen from millions of light years away if the conditions are right. Its steady glow reminds us that light can exist without nearby objects. A star does not need companions to shine. Its glow is enough. And in this quietness, there is a strange kind of peace. The star is free from the chaos of crowded clusters, from the energy of supernova explosions nearby. It is alone, yet complete in itself. Even black holes cannot always capture them. Some stars travel far enough or in paths that keep them safe from the gravity of massive objects. They continue to move at slow, gentle speeds across the cosmic emptiness. Their paths may eventually bring them near a galaxy again, or they may continue wandering for eternity. Each possibility is calm, quiet, and unhurried. The universe allows them to move at their own pace, free from the noise and struggle of denser regions. Sometimes, these wandering stars are the oldest stars in the universe. Born in galaxies long gone or stripped from clusters that no longer exist, they have witnessed the evolution of the cosmos in a silent way. Their light carries stories older than most galaxies. To look at them, even through a telescope, is to see something that has lived quietly for billions of years. They are survivors, gentle witnesses of a vast, ever-changing universe. The light of intergalactic stars also reminds us of patience. It travels slowly, taking millions or billions of years to reach even the nearest galaxy. Yet it keeps moving, never stopping, never fading, until it reaches a place where it can be seen. This slow, steady journey is comforting. It shows that even in the emptiness of space, there is movement, purpose, and quiet persistence. A star may be alone, but it is never meaningless. The solitude of these stars can also be seen as a form of meditation. Alone in the dark ocean of space, with no noise, no collisions, no chaos, they shine steadily. Their energy is focused, calm, and enduring. A single star in intergalactic space becomes a symbol of quiet strength. It reminds us that beauty exists even in emptiness, and that light can persist even without companionship. The universe allows them to shine for themselves, teaching us about the balance of independence and purpose. Even as they move alone, these stars are part of the galaxy's story. One day, some may be captured by another galaxy's gravity, becoming part of a new star cluster or system. Others may continue traveling indefinitely, unseen by any observer. Each journey is slow, deliberate, and quiet, a gentle testament to the patient forces of the cosmos. The star does not hurry, it does not struggle. It simply moves, shines, and exists, carrying its light across billions of kilometers of space. Imagining these stars can calm the mind. Picture a single sun moving across a dark, empty ocean of space, shining steadily while billions of years pass around it. No noise, no other stars, no chaos. Just quiet, calm, and light traveling endlessly. The thought is soothing because it shows a universe that is orderly, gentle, and patient. Even in the vast emptiness, life and light can continue. Even alone, a star can shine fully and beautifully. Stars between galaxies remind us of cosmic solitude. They are lonely, yet they are free. They move slowly, gently, and without hurry, showing that even in isolation there is calmness and purpose. Their long, slow travel teaches us patience. Their steady light teaches us persistence. And their peaceful presence across the void teaches us that the universe has room for both activity and stillness. In their quiet way, they are some of the most relaxing objects in the cosmos, perfect for slowing down, imagining space, and feeling connected to something vast, gentle, and enduring. When you look up at the night sky, it can feel endless. The stars stretch across the darkness, countless points of light, each one shining with its own story. These stars are more than just tiny glowing dots. They are ancient and quiet, carrying the energy of billions of years. Each one has lived a long life, burning steadily in the vast emptiness of space, and their light reaches us after traveling distances so enormous that it is almost impossible to imagine. Some of the stars you see tonight may have started shining before humans even walked the earth. Their light is older than our history, and yet it finds its way to our eyes, reminding us of the immense age of the universe. The connection between stars and us is closer than it seems. Every element in your body, the oxygen you breathe, the carbon in your cells, even the iron in your blood, was born in the heart of a star. These stars lived long before our solar system existed. When they ended their lives, sometimes quietly as small stars fading into white dwarfs, sometimes explosively as massive supernovae, they scattered these elements into space. Over millions of years, this matter came together to form new stars, new planets, and eventually, life. Every atom in your body has a history that stretches across the galaxy. To feel this connection is humbling. It shows that humans are not separate from the universe, but are made of the same stuff that has been shining in the night sky for eons. The night sky itself can feel like a quiet memory. When you look at stars, you are not just seeing light, you are seeing the past. Light takes time to travel. Some stars are so far away that their glow has journeyed for thousands or even millions of years before it reaches your eyes. You are seeing them as they were long ago, a soft reflection of history written in the sky. This slow, steady glow is calming. It reminds us that, while our lives may be busy and fleeting, the universe continues at its own gentle pace. Stars teach patience, showing that time can be vast, slow, and beautiful. Even the smallest stars play a role in this cosmic story. Red dwarfs burn their fuel so slowly that they can shine for trillions of years, outlasting the largest and brightest suns. They are quiet, gentle stars that maintain their light steadily without interruption. When you think about them, it is comforting to know that some stars continue to shine long after everything else has changed. Their persistence is a kind of quiet strength, a soft reminder that calmness and stability exist even in the vast universe. Stars also have a way of touching our emotions. Looking up at a clear, starry night can make you feel both small and connected. You are just one person on a tiny planet, yet you are part of a universe that has been unfolding for billions of years. This sense of connection can be calming. The stars do not rush, they do not compete, they simply shine. Watching them can help slow your mind, easing worries and allowing thoughts to settle like soft snow on a quiet night. The gentle glow of distant suns is perfect for imagining, for dreaming, for resting. The variety of stars adds to this quiet wonder. Some stars are massive and bright, burning quickly and powerfully before ending in explosive supernovae. Others are smaller and dimmer, burning slowly for trillions of years. Some travel alone between galaxies, wandering in silence. Others are part of clusters, moving in calm patterns that have lasted for billions of years. Each star has its own story, yet together they form a vast, peaceful tapestry of light. Observing them reminds us that every story is unique and that each moment of calm is valuable. Even stars that have ended their lives continue to offer beauty and meaning. White dwarfs, the remnants of small stars, glow softly long after fusion has stopped. Planetary nebulas, the shells of dying stars, create delicate, glowing shapes that fill space with color and light. Supernova remnants scatter elements across galaxies, enriching future generations of stars and planets. In every stage, stars teach us about change, endings, and renewal. There is no rush. There is no panic. Even in death, stars contribute to the quiet creation of new worlds. Thinking about stars in this way can guide us into calmness. When you feel small, overwhelmed, or restless, remember that you are connected to these distant suns. The atoms in your body once shone in stellar furnaces far away. The light you see in the night sky has traveled unimaginable distances to meet your eyes. Each star's calm, steady glow is a reminder that the universe is patient and vast, and that life, in all its smallness, is part of this immense story. Stars are also teachers of rhythm and pattern. They rise and set, following predictable paths across the sky. Some form constellations that humans have noticed for thousands of years, guiding travelers and inspiring storytellers. Others pulse with gentle brightness, like the slow heartbeat of the cosmos. Even phenomena like eclipses, when the light of a star is temporarily blocked, remind us of the quiet, natural patterns that exist in space. These rhythms can be soothing, creating a sense of order and harmony in a world that often feels chaotic. As you close your eyes and think about stars, consider the gentle forces that keep them shining. Gravity and fusion work together in perfect balance, holding stars steady and allowing them to emit light and warmth. Nothing rushes, nothing is wasted. Even the most dramatic events, like supernovae, follow the slow, inevitable logic of the universe. Observing or imagining these processes can help your mind slow as well. The cosmos teaches us to move gently through life, to shine steadily, and to allow change to happen naturally. The calm presence of stars also reminds us to rest. Just as they burn quietly and steadily, we too need time to recover and replenish. Watching the sky can be a soft meditation, a gentle invitation to breathe, relax, and let the day's stress fade away. They show that light can exist without hurry, warmth can be given without demand, and life can continue gracefully over unimaginable time. Their example is simple but profound, steady, calm, and enduring. Finally, stars invite curiosity and imagination. Every point of light holds questions about its past, its size, its color, and its companions. Thinking about them encourages exploration and wonder, but in a calm way, without pressure. You can imagine their gentle lives, their slow journeys, and their quiet influence on the universe. Each thought about a star is like a soft step into another world, one where time moves slowly and everything has its place. It is a universe made for peaceful reflection, for dreaming, and for falling asleep under a sky full of ancient, glowing suns. So as you lie back tonight, let the stars guide you. Imagine the atoms inside you, once forged in stellar hearts, and feel the connection to all the quiet light in the sky. Allow the gentle glow of distant suns to calm your mind. Let the knowledge that you are part of a vast, patient, and beautiful universe fill you with peace. As you think of each star burning softly, remember that its story is part of yours too. Let your thoughts soften, your body relax, and your breath slow. The night is vast, the stars are steady, and you are part of this quiet, endless story. If you have enjoyed this journey among the stars, remember to subscribe to Sleepy Science. Your quiet curiosity helps others discover the calm and wonder of the universe too. The stars will continue shining, the galaxies will keep turning, and for now, you can rest peacefully, held by the gentle glow of the cosmos.